which smacks to me of a double standard.
Oh my God. Okay. Hi,
First,
all.
when have you ever seen male managers maligned and villainized for working long hours or holding people accountable or for being tough? A strong male manager is respected and rewarded. But a strong female manager is ridiculed and stereotyped.
This is amazing,
a double
guys.
standard.
Sorry.
It is sexist.
Someone just told me that this
And
is
it
happening.
must
I'm
be
just tuning in,
challenged.
which is why I have this terrible
Also,
background.
remember
and
where we
I
are.
don't look so great.
Today, we are living in a
But there's a double standard, as
superheated,
Cuomo just told us.
if not toxic.
So basically, he just had to
political
apologize for
environment.
some stuff, but
That
he's
shouldn't
now.
be lost
And my
on
friend told
anyone.
me that he just
Politics and
had a
bias
montage of
are
people
interwoven
of himself touching
throughout
people,
every
including
aspect of this situation.
Bill Clinton, which is interesting.
One would be naive to think otherwise. And New Yorkers
And now he's
are
trying to
not naive.
pretend he's woke by saying that there are women in
I
his
understand these
administration being
dynamics.
targeted.
My father used to say,
He's a sociopath.
God
this
rest
guy.
his soul, that politics is an ugly business. As usual, he was right.
Where I'm trying
But
to.
for my
I want to play
father
the
and
headphone,
for me,
the subtitles. I don't know
It's
how.
worth
though.
it. Because
If anyone has
despite
a
it
link
all,
with the subtitles, let me
at the
know.
end of the day, we get good things done for people.
Can everyone hear?
And that is
my
what really
DMs
matters.
are open. I hate that.
And for those who are using this moment to score political points or seek publicity or personal gain, I say they actually discredit the legitimate sexual harassment victims that the law was designed to protect.
Who I victimized.
My last point is this. I say to my daughters all the time that as complicated as life gets is as simple as life is.
Of course, he's not resigning. This
My
is
job
all
is not about me.
damage control.
My
Sorry,
job
I'm
is
making
about
coffee
you.
right now.
What matters to me at the end of the day is getting the most done I can for you. And that is what I do every day.
The guy
And I
can't
will
even
not be
apologize.
distracted
Can't
from
even be
that
humble
job.
when he's
We
apologizing.
have a lot to do. We still
Stop
have to
distracting
manage
him
the
by
COVID
asking him to be
beast.
accountable.
It is not dead yet. It's not over.
The corporate
We then have to
beast?
reopen and reimagine our state because our future is going to be what we make it. I know we can do these things
Doing a little
because
French
I
press
know
action.
the strength and the character
I
of
actually
New
have no idea
Yorkers.
what the ratio is.
Look at the progress we made on COVID. It is amazing. We went from the highest infection rate in the country to one of the lowest infection
Well,
rates
we don't
in
really
the
know
country.
that because you
Nobody thought
distorted
that we
the
could do
numbers, as we know.
But New
You lied.
Yorkers did it. That shows that there's nothing that we
Remember,
can't
this
do
is a guy who lied
when we
about the
work
nursing home
together.
stuff. So it's kind of
Together.
amazing that he's just talking
together as one,
about this
as
if
one
it's not.
community, as one family.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. Hold on. I got bad Wi-Fi.
At the beginning, I would let the process unfold.
Sorry.
I didn't want anyone to say that I interfered. I said I would hold my tongue, and I have, making only limited comments. It has been a hard and a painful period for me and my family, especially as others feed ugly stories to the press. But I cooperated with the review, and I can now finally share the truth. My attorney, who is a non-political former federal prosecutor, has done a response to each allegation, and the facts are much different than what has been portrayed. That document is available on my website.
Oh, we should look
If
at
you
that.
are interested, please take the time to read the facts and decide for yourself. First, I want you to know directly from me that I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances. I am 63 years old. I have lived my entire adult life in public view. That is just not who I am, and that's not who I have ever been. There is one complaint that has been made that bothered me most. That was a complaint made by a young woman, Charlotte Bennett, who worked in my office. And it's important to me that you fully understand the situation. Charlotte worked in my office last year as an assistant. She was smart, talented, and eager to learn. She identified herself to me as a survivor of sexual assault. She said that she came to work in my administration because of all the progress we had made in fighting sexual assault. She talked about the personal trauma that she endured and how she was handling it. I could see how it had affected her. I could see her pain. People now ask me, why was I even talking to this young woman if I knew she was dealing with such issues? Why did I even engage with
Because
her?
he's that much of a
That
mensch,
is
right?
the obvious and fair question, and one I have thought a lot about. The truth is that her story resonated deeply with me. I had heard the same story before, with the same ugliness, the same injustice, the same damage. Not only had I heard the story before, I had lived with the story before. My own family member is a
Here we go.
survivor of sexual assault in high school. I have watched her live and suffer with the trauma. I would do anything to make it go away for her, but it never really goes away. I spent countless days and nights working through these issues with her and therapists and counselors. I'm governor of the state of New York,
Gosh
but
darn
I
it.
felt powerless to help and felt that I had failed her.
You probably
I
did
couldn't
by
take the pain away.
doing what you did.
I still can't. And this young woman brought it all back. She is about the same age.
You guys, he was triggered.
I thought I had learned a lot about the issue from my family's experience. I thought I could help her work through a difficult time.
Where's my StreamYard?
I did ask her questions I don't normally ask people. I did ask her how she was doing and how she was feeling. And I did ask questions to try to see if she had positive, supportive dating relationships. I know too well the manifestations of sexual assault trauma and the damage that it can do in the aftermath. I was trying to make sure she was working her way through it the best she could. I thought I had learned enough and had enough personal experience to help her. But I was wrong. I have heard Charlotte and her lawyer, and I understand what they are saying. But they read into comments that I made and draw inferences that I never meant. They ascribe motives I never had. And simply put, they heard things that I just didn't say. Charlotte, I want you to know that I am truly and deeply sorry. I brought my personal experience into the workplace, and I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to help. Obviously, I didn't. I am even more sorry that I further complicated the situation. My goal was the exact opposite. I wish nothing but good for you and for all survivors of sexual assault. There is another complaint I want to address from a woman in my office who said that I groped her in my home office. Let me be clear, that never happened. She wants anonymity, and I respect that.
You're right.
So I am limited but what I can say. But her lawyer has suggested that she will file a legal claim for damages. That will be decided in a court of law. Trial by newspaper or biased reviews are not the way to find the facts in this matter. I welcome the opportunity for a full and fair review before a judge and a jury, because this just did not happen. Other complainants raised against me questions that have sought to unfairly characterize and weaponize everyday interactions that I've had with any number of New Yorkers. The New York Times published a front page picture of me touching a woman's face at a wedding and then kissing her on the cheek. That is not front page news.
That's true.
I've been making the same gesture in public all my life. I actually learned it from my mother and from my father.
This should be a drinking game.
It is meant to
Oh my
convey
God.
warmth, nothing more. Indeed, there are hundreds.
He's
if
weaponizing
not
his
thousands
Italian
of
heritage.
photos of me using the
He's
exact
doing Fredo
same
face.
gesture. I do it with everyone. Black
Oh
and
my
white,
God.
young and old,
Oh my God. He's like, I
straight,
disrespect everyone's
LGBTQ,
boundaries, no matter what.
powerful people, friends,
Is that De Niro?
strangers.
That's different. That's Italian
people
on
who I meet
Italian.
on the street.
Oh, wow. That's great.
After the event,
That's really great.
the woman told the press that she took offense at the gesture.
All right, I'm just getting some.
And for that, I apologize.
She clearly hadn't seen
Another
my
woman
repertoire
stated
of touching people.
That I kissed her on the forehead at our Christmas party and that I said, "Ciao, Bella." Now, I don't remember doing it.
I'm telling you,
but
he's
I'm
totally
sure that I
trying to
did.
hide behind Italian
I do
stuff.
kiss people on the forehead. I do kiss people on the cheek.
How does he have a
I do
montage
kiss people on
prepared?
the hand. I do embrace people.
Oh my
I
God.
do hug people, men and women.
Black and
I
white,
do on
Muslim
occasion
and
say,
Jew.
"Ciao, Bella." On occasion,
Jews
I
too.
do
I
slip.
said that.
and say "sweetheart" people.
That's okay. I mean,
I do
that's
tell
not. I have to
jokes.
say that that's not.
Some better than others.
But bum.
I am the same person in public as I am in private. You have seen me do it on TV
means a
through
dick.
all my briefings and for 40 years before that. I try to put people at ease. I try
Oh
to
my
make
God.
them smile. I try to connect with them. And I try to show my appreciation and my friendship. I now understand that there are generational or
I'm not gonna
cultural
lie.
perspectives
Well, there is a generational
that
thing.
frankly I hadn't fully appreciated.
He should have appreciated.
And I
it.
have learned from this. Now, the state already has
He's not fucked.
an
Is the
advanced
thing. He's
sexual
not. He's
harassment
not.
training program for all employees, including me. But I want New York State government to be a model of office behavior. And I've brought in an expert to design a
This
new
reminds me of
sexual
the
harassment
episode on
policy
The
and
Office where they
procedures,
bring in
and to train the whole team,
a
myself
trainer.
included. I accept
Diversity trainer?
responsibility, and we are making changes. Other complaints relate to the work environment. Now, I have always said my office is a demanding place to work and that it is not for everyone. We work really, really hard. My office is no typical 9-to-5 government office.
This guy won an
And
Emmy.
I don't want it to be. The stakes we deal with are very high, sometimes even
Good
life
point,
and
Barushka.
death.
Oh, where is it?
We have to get the job done. I promised
That's so
you
gross.
that I would, and I will. But now, a number of complaints target female managers,
Oh, here's where he tries to
which
get woke
smacks
and
to
hide
me of a
behind.
double standard.
That is
First,
so gross.
when have you ever seen male managers
So now he's an ally.
maligned
protecting
and
his-
villainized
his,
for working
female
long
managers.
hours or holding people accountable or for being tough? A strong male manager is respected
Yeah,
and
okay, sure.
rewarded.
But
But A strong female manager is
Maybe
ridiculed and stereotyped.
in the context of his being
It is a
accused
double
of
standard.
harassment,
It is
maybe he
sexist,
shouldn't play the male
and it
ally,
must be
calling out
challenged.
double standards.
Also, remember where we are.
Where are we?
Today, we are living in a superheated, if not toxic, political environment.
Which is why
shouldn't
he
be
had to
lost on
lie.
anyone. Politics and bias are interwoven throughout
What is
every
this?
aspect of this situation.
I didn't know that Cuomo was
One
a
would
member of
be
the
naive
Combahee River
to
Collective.
think otherwise. And New Yorkers are not naive.
If you're a real New Yorker,
I understand
you
these
believe
dynamics.
Andrew.
My father used to say, God rest his
Hey.
soul,
Sorry, I
that
won't do
politics is an ugly business. As usual, he was right. But for my father and for me, it's worth it, because despite it all, at the end of the day, we get good things done for people. And that is what really matters. And for those who are using this moment to score political points or seek publicity or personal gain, I say they actually discredit the legitimate sexual harassment
All right.
victims that the law was designed to protect.
Yeah, he did kill old people too.
My last
Shouldn't that be
point is this.
discussed more?
I say to my daughters all the time that as
He actually hid
complicated as
behind
life
the.
gets is as simple as life is.
He hid behind the
My job is
having
not
daughters
about me.
before. I can't remember
My
what it
job
was
is
for,
about
though.
you.
I think when
What
he was running
matters
against
to me at the end of the day is getting the
Cynthia
most
Nixon.
done I can for you. And that is what I do every day.
Guys!
And I will not be distracted from that job.
Here, I'll show you.
We have a lot to do. We still have to manage the COVID beast. It is not
I thought he said
dead
corporate
yet.
beast.
It's
Okay,
not
this
over.
is we're just
We
repeating
then have to
it, but
reopen and reimagine our state, because our future is going to be what we make it. I know we can do these things because I know the strength and the character of New Yorkers. Look at the progress we made on COVID. It is amazing. We went from the highest infection rate in the country
he's so
to
gross,
one of the
guys.
lowest infection rates.
I
in the
should play
country.
my
Nobody thought that we could do it, but New Yorkers did it. That shows that there's nothing that we can't do when we work together. Together as one community, as one family, as New Yorkers. We will. Thank you. Over the past several months.
Okay, here's the beginning. Oh, I guess it stopped. Wow. Yeah, the dogs are not into that. All right. Well, that was good, right? I feel a lot better. Oh, he's doing it again.
Bold.
Ah!
I didn't want anyone to say that I interfered. I said I would hold my tongue, and I have.
I'm bringing on a
making
guest, by
only
the way, to
limited
talk
comments.
about Cuomo.
It has been a hard and a painful period for me and my family, especially as others feed ugly stories to the press.
Poor guy. Oops. Ah, crap. Jesus.
I didn't want anyone to say that I interfered. I said I would hold my tongue, and I have, making only limited comments. It has been a hard and a painful period for me and my family, especially as others feed ugly stories to the press. But I cooperated with a review, and I can now finally share the truth. My attorney, who is a non-political former federal prosecutor, has done a response to each allegation, and the facts are much different than what has been portrayed. That document is available on my website. If you are interested, please take the time to read the facts and decide for yourself. First, I want you to know directly from me.
His voice is so
that
gross to listen
I never
to.
touched anyone inappropriately.
You can like hear his tongue moving
or
in his
made
mouth.
inappropriate sexual advances. I am 63 years old. I have lived my entire adult life in public view. That is just not who I am. And that's not who I have ever been. There is one complaint that has been made that bothered me most.
Tell us about what
That
bothers
was
you
a
the most.
complaint made by a young woman, Charlotte Bennett, who worked in my office. And it's important to me that you fully understand the situation. Charlotte worked in my office last year as an assistant. She was smart, talented, and eager to learn. She identified herself to me as a survivor of sexual assault. She said that she came to work in my administration because
Okay,
of
so
all
why
the
are we talking about
progress we
this?
had
Let me tell you
made
why.
in fighting
Because
sexual assault.
With Little Robot, you
She
never
talked about the
have to-
personal
Your house
trauma
won't smell.
that she endured and
so
how
this
she
is
was
the reason
handled.
we're hearing about this right now is the New York
I
Attorney
could see
General's
how it
investigation
affected
into
her.
sexual harassment
I could
allegations
see
against
her pain.
New York
People now
Democrat Governor
why
Andrew
was I
Cuomo
even
found that Cuomo
talking to
sexually
this
harassed
young
multiple
woman
women. Attorney General
if I
Letitia
knew
James
she was
announced
dealing
Tuesday.
with such
Oh, okay. So
issues?
this is the sorry
Why
I
did
didn't.
I
I just
even
jumped on
engage
here, but
with
here's
her?
the breaking news.
That is the obvious and fair question, and one I have thought a lot about. The truth is that her story resonated deeply with me. I had heard the same story before.
Okay, here's
with
where
the
he
same
says that he
ugliness,
knows
the
someone
same
in his family who was
injustice, the same
abused,
damage.
so he got really upset about it.
Not only had I heard the story before,
Okay, guys, we're going to bring in another
I
guest.
had lived
When I
with
say
the
another, I mean
story
a guest.
before.
And then
My
I'll
own
probably
family
move
member
rooms so we can't hear the
Is a
dogs.
survivor
but-
of sexual assault in high
Oh,
school.
they want to go out? All right. Well, I can't walk them.
watched
Can
her
someone walk
live
them? Or
and suffer
my mom
with
will
the
be back
trauma.
soon.
I would
What
do
about,
anything
you know who? I don't want to
to
name
make it
names
go
because I'm
away for
streaming.
her.
Oh, she's
But
not
it
there.
never
Okay.
really goes away. I spent countless days and
Guys,
nights
I'm going to pause
working
this
through these
because
issues
we already
with
watched
her
this,
and
so I'm going to mute it.
therapists
And I'm going to bring in a
counselors.
guest to give his commentary
I'm
on it.
governor of
And
the state of New
who
York,
better to do this
but I
than someone who
felt
literally
powerless
wrote a
to
book
help
on Cuomo, the book on
and
Cuomo.
felt that I had failed her.
And that is Ross Barkin,
I
author
couldn't
of
take the pain
The
away.
Prince.
I still
Hold on
can't.
one second. Let me mute this. And Ross Barkin, are you ready? Great. Oops, you're on. It's okay. 360 people can see you now, so you're a star. Hi. Hi.
All right.
Hi. Welcome, Ross.
Great to be back.
Yes. Thanks for coming back. Let's make this. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just make that smaller. So I'm actually going to shut this off now. We can go back to him later, to Cuomo later. But can you set this up for people, for those who are surprised or don't know what the breaking news is that I just was trying to tell people, but I realize you do a better job at it?
Sure. So today, the Attorney General of New York State, Tish James, released a report that was long anticipated that substantiated many of the media reports about Andrew Cuomo, and that was that he sexually harassed multiple staffers and created a culture of intimidation, and also was retaliating against those who were reporting allegations. So, we were for a long time waiting for this report. It is here. I still have to read it since this all broke today. I'm literally, it's my third media appearance and playing catch up.
That's pretty honest. I like that. Most people wouldn't admit that.
Yeah, no, I've not had time to read.
Yeah.
I've been, following it. I've skimmed. I still have to dive in. 165 pages.
Yeah,
So
you see
I
the kind of
cannot
honesty
claim.
that you get from Ross Barkin and from the
You
State
have-
Author Show.
No, I will not pretend to know what I don't know. What I do know the basics, and the basics are that many of the media reports that detail these allegations, the reports from the women themselves, one going public in Medium Post, they were mostly substantiated. Cuomo did physically grope someone, groped her breast, according to the report. And now the big question is what will happen next. And I would say a normal governor facing all these scandals, facing scandals over his handling of COVID, facing a federal investigation into that is still ongoing, a normal governor would resign or not seek re-election next year. But Andrew Cuomo is not normal. He's defiant. He's defiant today. He's trying to undercut the investigation. And it's really going to be up to the state assembly to impeach him or for someone to run against him next year. Those are really the two things that need to happen. And it's not clear yet that either will. Both might, one might, but that's really the big question right now.
So this report was released, but is any action going to happen? Any legal is he going to face anything right now? What did Tish James announce?
It's the big question. It's not clear if there'll be a actual legal action against him. Tish James did say he potentially broke state and federal law. So that is an open question. I think the big thing now is, what will the state assembly do, and will he be impeached? And the state assembly is Democratic like the Senate, but it is dominated by a lot of longer members who are more cautious, who are less progressive, and they've really been somewhat afraid to take Cuomo on, and they've been waiting to do that. And they've been waiting for this report. So now the heat will probably be on them because the report is out. And if they do impeach, Cuomo is in deep trouble because the votes probably exist in the Senate to convict him.
Yeah. Well, that would be amazing. Do we think that, I mean, and Tish, was it, someone said that maybe he was going to was it you who kind of had a theory about Tish James maybe being hamstrung by Cuomo not running against her or endorsing her if she wanted to run for governor?
Well, in 2018, this isn't quite the turnaround for Tish James. When she ran in 2018 for Attorney General, she ran, in essence, on Andrew Cuomo's ticket. Andrew Cuomo supported her, rallied labor unions behind her, helped her fundraise, and she very much was the establishment pro-Cuomo candidate against Zephyr Teachout, who is, as we know, has been very critical of Cuomo and ran against Cuomo in 2014. So Tish arrived in office as someone who is perceived as a ally who is not going to take Cuomo on. And to her credit, she has proved to the public and to the media that that's not the case. This report is quite damning. She also released a report earlier this year that shed light on the fact that Andrew Cuomo covered up the number of deaths in nursing homes because of the way he tabulated the numbers, and the nursing home death toll had to be revised after the report came out. So twice now, she has dealt really devastating blows to his standing and to his political career. So she herself would be a very strong candidate for statewide office. The question is, now that the report is released, can she turn around these next few months and become that candidate? I think she can. Cuomo himself highly politicized the Attorney General's office. He himself was an Attorney General who was investigating and criticizing governors and then threatening to run against them. So for Tish, I don't think there's a huge problem if she puts out this report and then in like November she says, I'm a candidate for governor. Some people are going to click their tongues and go, oh, it's all political. Cuomo will say that too. But what's very clear is that there is hard evidence that he did sexually harass women. And there's also hard evidence that he screwed up COVID. And he would be vulnerable to a strong Black challenger, in particular, because you have to beat Cuomo in Black and Latino neighborhoods in New York City. And Tish could do it. She's probably one of the only candidates who could really put it together and get it done.
Yeah. And can you share with people, in case they don't know, what his role was in messing up on COVID?
Sure. So I talk about this a lot in my book. It really goes back to the beginning. He downplayed the threat of COVID. He compared it to the flu, to SARS, to Ebola, said the fear was worse than the virus. This was something Donald Trump was doing, but for, reasons that are both clear and unclear, a lot of people memory hold this and made it like, oh, only Trump said these terrible things. But no, Cuomo himself was downplaying COVID, and he did this well into March. Then the second thing he did is he didn't do the shutdown of New York City soon enough. He was downplaying COVID and then rejecting the idea of a shutdown order because Bill de Blasio suggested it first. And we didn't have a full shutdown until around March 22nd. And by then, COVID had been spreading and killing people. Had we done it a few weeks earlier, it would not have been as severe, and less people would have died. People still would have died, but we wouldn't have had 50,000 deaths statewide, 30,000 deaths in New York City. And then, of course, he was trying to undercut public hospitals, deny them Medicaid payments. He, in the past, closed hospitals that could have helped with the COVID response. He did not handle nursing homes well. I think Republicans, to an extent, overplay how much the death toll in nursing homes is fault. But there was a directive that really was incorrect that was sending COVID positive patients from hospitals back to nursing homes and probably helped spreading it there. And of course, he covered up the death toll data in these nursing homes. So put all that together and it really was quite devastating. And there was very little that was done well. I don't blame all of COVID on Andrew Cuomo at all. I think that would be silly. It's a hard virus to get a handle of, and a lot of executives and a lot of leaders of countries struggled. But the issue is he's getting this great credit for something that didn't really happen. He did not conquer COVID. COVID conquered New York. And that's where we are now.
And someone wrote, could sexual harassment allegations against Andrew Cuomo be a limited hangout to take focus away from his nursing home COVID-19 murders?
You know, the harassment allegations have in some sense taken the focus off of that, but they matter too. I mean, it all matters, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like weigh one or the other.
All crimes matter. Right.
One could argue the COVID stuff matters even more, but fostering a hostile workplace,
right, of course,
being a predatory boss is also terrible. So all of it together really paints a picture of an executive who's unfit for office, right?
Yeah.
But
just to sorry, interject one thing. I think that that question could also mean it's not saying one is worse than the other, but perhaps one is more documentable or one is more more people would care about that, like for better or for worse. And you could see had that's more of a political liability, sadly, than, people facing allegations, many of whom do. Yeah.
The COVID failure was not triggering an impeachment investigation in the state assembly. It would never happen on COVID alone. I would argue it should happen on COVID alone, but it's not. That is the reality of the situation. So that the questioner is correct in that it is the sexual harassment allegations coupled with other issues that will trigger a real impeachment if it happens. The sexual harassment allegations were the fuel on the fire, were driving this new round of controversy. So yes, those have really been what dominated the headlines and created real pressure on Cuomo. It's the reason Chuck Schumer has called on Cuomo to resign. It wasn't over COVID. Should be, but wasn't.
Right. Yeah, we see that a lot. It's like a bittersweet, right? It's like it's good people are paying attention to Me Too stuff, but it's also shows how normalized just like craven, venal, not negligence. I mean, it's worse than negligence, right? It's what would it be? Allowing things to happen. I mean, he created a system, right, which basically incentivized liability.
Yeah,
in nursing homes.
Cuomo gave them immunity, legal immunity, and that was him and the hospital executives. He created policies that really led to, you could argue, more death and suffering, and gave the families of victims less legal recourse. So, it's active harm, it's negligence, it's all of it, right? It's corruption, it's ineptitude, it's a tragedy. And a normal governor would kind of face up to that and say, 12 years as governor is enough, and now I'm going to go. I won't run for re-election. That would be the compromise, right?
The honorable thing to do.
You'd maybe tell the assembly, like, look, don't impeach me. I will not run again. Cuomo is not that type of governor. He's going to fight it out. Right. That's becoming more apparent than ever.
And what else are you working on? I saw you had a piece on Eric Adams. We can go back to the Cuomo thing, but I want to take advantage of having you on.
Yeah.
Also, Ross, I want to change rooms because there are dogs in here and I'm running low on battery. This is a Katie Halper emergency stream. So can I have you go autopilot or respond to some questions? For instance, the one I just asked you, and I'll be on in literally 1 minute.
Where would I see?
Okay?
Yeah.
If you go into the YouTube link
Okay, because I'm in StreamYard right
Yeah.
now.
Well, you can actually, I think you can see them in StreamYard, but maybe not if you make the screen smaller.
Did
But
you
if you
DM me the YouTube
yeah,
link?
I'll DM you. Yeah. Make sure that you don't have the volume on.
Oh, I see. Cuomo Live. Okay, so let me.
I'm holding the name of 6 stops. These
don't
stops
worry about it. You just have to mute that.
Forever. You
Okay.
never have to touch it.
So it actually doesn't really matter, but I'm going to make you full screen, okay? I feel like I've done this to you before. It's a show of my confidence.
Should I exit out of the StreamYard then and go into the YouTube? Or no?
No, you got to stay in the StreamYard.
Stay in the StreamYard.
You can also just respond to the question I literally just asked you, which is about your latest piece on Eric Adams. I mean, I'm just asking you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure.
Let me just make you full screen. Nope, I don't want that one. Okay, so the question I have for you is about your latest piece on Eric Adams. So you can just take it away.
Sure. So I did a piece on Substack just this week on Eric Adams and his fights with DSA. And it was really looking at why Adams is also obsessed with DSA. He denounced socialists recently on at a fundraiser. And he has really obsessed with the socialism and saying the socialists are out to stop Eric Adams. And I was warning people on the left that Eric Adams is someone who's going to be very hostile to leftists in New York City. He's going to be hostile to progressives in general. And I think that's bearing out so far. And kind of the question is, well, what comes next, right? And so with my piece, I try to address all of that and kind of look at the various ways that, Adams will confront the left will confront Adams as well. One of my themes has also been how Adams has weaponized his identity as someone who is a Black man to attack the left and attack left ideas, particularly rent stabilization and stronger tenant laws, which Adams at one point said was, in essence, an attack on Black wealth, which was ludicrous in many ways. And look at him as a mayor. He genuinely won with a coalition of working class people. You can't argue that. Black and Latino working class people in New York City voted for him, and he can claim in some sense to be a tribune. But the policies he's supporting aren't necessarily working class friendly in any way. And that's one of the contradictions we might see, particularly when, he's someone who had the votes of working people of color, but the people who funded him were wealthy white elites, members of the finance sector, Wall Street, charter school lobby, really the most powerful people in the city, in the country, were pumping him with a lot of money. And that is going to be a very interesting dynamic when he's mayor. Is on one hand, he's going to be speaking about the working class and how he upholds working class ideas. And on the other hand, he's going to be someone who is taking money and taking advice from the most powerful people in the city and in the state. So, we'll see kind of how that plays out, that dynamic. And it's definitely something I'm pretty interested in. And if you read my Substack, it's kind of a theme I come back to again and again. The state of the left in New York City, and what now should be done or can be done with a mayor who may be hostile to the left. I mean, we'll see kind of how that plays out. Katie, were you coming back, or I think you popped in for a second?
Hi again.
There you are. Cool. I probably have to jump in about I'd say I got maybe I can do like 10 more minutes.
Okay, great. Someone, oh wait, let me.
Yeah. So if people have more questions, happy to answer them.
I'm just checking. Yeah. So someone asked if the, I'm just switching to a microphone. And guys, thanks for bearing with me. This is one of those breaking news things. Let's see. Can you hear me, Ross?
Yep.
Okay, but I can't hear you. Hold on one second. I may have
Yeah, I can hear you.
the question is, someone asked in the comments if the women could sue. I believe. Hold on, please. Hold on, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Are you okay? I got to go back to. Sorry about this. I got to go back to my basic thing. Okay. Hello, hello.
I can hear you.
You want to just answer that question?
So what was the question again? Can you give me the question one more time? Can you read out to me? 'Cause I can't see it. Can you hear me? Maybe not.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not as great. That's
Do you want to read the? Yeah. I
Verushka,
can't
could
see
you
it.
type in your question again? It's from Verushka.
Okay, aren't you afraid that the CIA?
Yeah.
Their
That's
preferred narrative. Wow, not terribly. No.
What's Five Eyes?
The Five Eyes are the countries who form this like worldwide kind of surveillance network. I forget if it's like US, the UK, Germany. I should know the Five Eyes.
What else would be in it?
Germany. It's kind of like the US and Europe, I think, are in the Five Eyes. That.
Italy, Spain?
Italy. Is it Italy and Spain? Oh, Five Eyes.
Ross, can women file a lawsuit themselves? Is this viable? There is the question.
Five Eyes. Oh no, it's Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the UK, and the US.
So it's like Commonwealth. It's English speaking. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Could women file a lawsuit themselves? Is this viable? They could. I mean, there's no immunity shield. There's nothing stopping them. It's actually a good question. I believe they could. I don't see why not. They were cooperating with this investigation. Could they band together? Could they file a class action? Could women have gotten settlements out of state government before. The state assembly had a big sexual harassment scandal and women received hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it could happen. Yeah.
If it's a movie, they'll do it. They'll get really close and then they won't get it. If it's a movie, those.
Yeah, the settlements do happen. So that could definitely be on tap if they want to do that.
Wow. Yeah. And were you surprised by this Cuomo thing? Did you watch this beautiful montage?
I haven't yet. I was on another radio show, so I couldn't. I have to watch this. Yeah, I hear about it. It sounded crazy.
It's short. You want to watch some of it in the time?
Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah, this actually helped me. Yeah, I'll watch the montage. All
right, let's see. I think this will be it. Okay, here we go. Ready? I hope that they're still playing it. There we go. It's on loop.
I didn't want anyone to say at the beginning, I would let the process unfold. I didn't want anyone to say that I interfered. I said I would hold my tongue, and I have, making only limited comments. It has been a hard and a painful period for me and my family, especially as others feed ugly stories to the press. But I cooperated with the review, and I can now finally share the truth. My attorney, who is a non-political former federal prosecutor, has done a response to each allegation. And the facts are much different than what has been.
Do you want me to pause at any point, Ross? I can.
I want to see the montage. I heard about it, or the slideshow.
That document is available on my website.
You want me to? I can skip.
Skip past some talking.
Ask people.
All right, here it is. So
because this just that never happened. She wants anonymity, and I respect that. So I am limited, but what I can say. But her lawyer has suggested that she will file a legal claim for damages. That will be decided in a court of law.
This is talking about Charlotte.
Trial by newspaper or biased reviews are not the way to find the facts in this matter. I welcome the opportunity for a full and fair review before a judge and a jury, because this just did not happen. Other complainants raised against me questions that have sought to unfairly characterize and weaponize everyday interactions that I've had with any number of New Yorkers.
Okay, here it starts.
The New York Times published a front page picture of me
Here it is.
touching a woman's face at a wedding and then kissing her on the cheek. That is not front page news. I've been making the same gesture in public all my life.
All his life.
I actually learned it from my mother and from my father. It is meant to convey warmth, nothing more.
Nothing more than that.
Indeed, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of photos of me using the exact same gesture. I do it with everyone, black and white, young and old,
Here it is, Ross. It's happening now.
straight
Okay.
and LGBTQ, powerful
Look at
people,
that with Bill, Charlie Rangel, Al Gore,
friends,
De Niro.
strangers,
Oh, that is-
people who I meet on the street. After the event, the woman told the press that she took offense at the gesture. And for that, I apologize. Another woman stated that I kissed her on the forehead at our Christmas party and that I said, "Ciao, Bella." Now, I don't remember doing it, but I'm sure that I did. I do kiss people on the forehead. I do kiss people on the cheek. I do kiss people on the hand. I do embrace people. I do hug people, men and women. I do on occasion say, "Ciao, Bella."
Oh my God.
On occasion,
Jewish.
I do slip and say, "Sweetheart," people. I do tell jokes, some better than others. I am the same person in public.
No, he could not
As
shut
I am
down
in
the commission.
private.
That's very true.
You have
Can't
seen me
shut down
do
the
it on
Attorney General.
TV through all my briefings and for 40 years before that.
Can you explain
I
what the
try to put
Moreland
people at
Commission
ease.
is?
Yes.
I
Oh my
try
God,
to make
that
them
is so
smile.
weird, that one.
I try to connect with them.
The
And I
Moreland
try to show
Commission
my
was a
appreciation
commission
and
that
my
Cuomo
friendship.
created to investigate public corruption in New York State back in the early 2010s. And once this commission started to investigate the executive branch and Cuomo himself, Cuomo abruptly shut the commission down. So, he created it and then he destroyed it. He was investigated by the U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara for shutting it down. Did not lead to criminal charges, though the Moreland Commission itself, I think, did help trigger investigations into other state legislators. So the commenter was saying Cuomo couldn't shut this investigation down because it was the Attorney General doing it. It wasn't this commission Cuomo created, so he had no control over this one.
He also hid behind you missed it, but he hid behind his female employees. He was kind of saying like, oh, why don't they, why are they saying that they're mean? It's a double standard. Basically, I guess people complained about general office behavior, and some of the people accused of it must have been female employees, managers. So he's trying to be a woke ally, defending women from double standards.
Yeah, Cuomo. Cuomo and woke ally are.
No, well, he remember that famous clip that I love to play as a New Yorker. I'm a
yes,
Jew.
I am an immigrant. I am a woman. Yes, that's true. Maybe Cuomo is the original woke hero.
The original Rachel Dolezal show.
Yeah, I have to jump off soon.
Okay.
Actually, I have to write on this now.
Oh yeah, where are you writing it for it?
The Nation. So I'll have a piece out there probably today. They want me to
cool.
write on the reaction, kind of what's next for Cuomo. So probably a lot of the stuff I talked about here will be in the piece, but be able to go a little bit further too.
Yeah. So you got to workshop with us.
Yeah, no, this was good. It's always happy to come on and chat. And
maybe do a follow-up when you've read the report. You can tell us.
Definitely, for sure. Let me know.
Great. Thank you so
That's
much,
good.
Ross. And everyone
All right.
subscribe to his Substack and get his book.
Buy my book. Have a good
bye,
day.
Rob. All righty. Let's see. Do we want to watch more of that, or are we like triggered? Are we Cuomo'd out? Let's see. Also, just here's I'm just reading from patch.com. Independent investigators appointed by Tish James concluded that the governor harassed 11 women, including former and current employees, by groping, kissing, hugging, and making inappropriate comments, according to the 165-page report unveiled Tuesday. The findings come after a 5-month investigation spurred by multiple allegations against the governor that surfaced earlier this year. One by one courageous woman after another stepped forward. They stepped forward to say enough is enough, said June H. Kim, one of the 2 investigators leading the probe. Quote, these brave women stepped forward to speak truth to power, and in doing so, they expressed faith in the belief that although the governor may be powerful, the truth is more so. End quote. The investigation found that Cuomo's actions were part of a pattern of harassment that violated both state and federal law and the policies of his own executive chamber. The harassment extended beyond his own employees and included a state trooper who was assigned to his security detail and a doctor who performed COVID-19 tests during one of Cuomo's press conferences, according to the report. The incidents include the governor taunting an assault survivor with sexual innuendo, grabbing multiple women's butts, reaching under an assistant's shirt to grab her breasts, and repeatedly asking women about their relationship and sex lives, according to the report. So, okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the breaking news. And that's how he responded to it. And, he has always been great at just ignoring things, or not even ignoring things. Like it just proves that that the best way to respond to these things is just not apologize, not admit any wrongdoing. And that's what he's doing. I mean, the wrongdoing he's admitting to, which is very strategic because then it looks like he's being introspective, right? Is that he called people like sweetheart and said ciao Bella. And that's, of course, not the issue. It's very smart to do that because then, people who are sympathetic to how certain things are hyperbolized, and I would say that, are going to say, oh, he's just being gone after because he uses affectionate terms. Let me see what else. I just want to put this in the YouTube description so people have it. Okay, so reading from Patch. Let's see. And guys, thank you. This is a breaking news update. So we, we don't have the quite the setup, the lighting, all that stuff, but I think we're okay, right? What do you think? I think we're good. Okay, let's see. Oh, and then you can read the full report. We're going to get an update later on from Ross Barkin about the report. We could do a reading of the report. That could be really fun, right? I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, my description is too long. That's what happens when you try to put in an article. What else? Want to thank my friend who told me that this was happening. Okay, let's see. Feel free to put comments, questions. I'll get to them when I'm done updating this. Okay. Oh, I'm only like 300 words too. Okay. Oh, wait, there's more to this that I didn't read. Okay. So let me actually share. Let's read this article because this is important stuff. Okay. All right. So before we. Okay. So Governor Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, AG probe finds. The 5-month investigation found that the governor violated state and federal laws and that his administration created a toxic workplace. Okay. Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, and his administration fostered a toxic workplace that enabled the harassment to occur. A much anticipated investigation by attorney Letitia James's office has found independent investigators. Okay, I read this part already, right? Did I read this part already? I did, right? Okay, I read that part. Then this is the part I think. Okay, so just picking up back here. The incidents include the governor taunting an assault survivor with sexual innuendo, grabbing multiple women's butts, reaching under an assistant's shirt to grab her breasts, and repeatedly asking women about their relationships and sex lives, according to the report. In one instance, Cuomo told an executive assistant who was married, "If you were single, the things I would do to you." The assistant, who was also groped, told investigators that she had planned to take the incidents to the grave due to fear she'd lose her job, but broke down when she saw Cuomo deny allegations during a press conference earlier this year. Quote, "It was a culture where you could not say no to the governor, and if you upset him or his senior staff, you would be written off, cast aside, or worse," Kim said of the work environment. Investigators also found that Cuomo and his senior staff retaliated against at least one of the women who came forward with her story by releasing confidential documents about her past, the report found. Throughout the probe, Kim, lead investigator Ann Clark, and their team reviewed 74,000 pieces of evidence, including texts, emails, documents, and photos, and interviewed 179 people, including an 11-hour interrogation of Cuomo himself. Cuomo initially said he welcomed a probe into the accusations of his improper behavior against women, but more recently has attacked its independence and fairness. In the interrogation, an investigator said he, quote, "admitted certain things but put a different spin on them or denied they occurred," end quote. On Tuesday, in a pre-tape response, he denied the Attorney General's findings and offered his own report. Quote, First, I want you to know directly from me that never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances. I'm 63 years old. I have lived my entire adult life in public view. That is just not who I am." The allegations against the governor have spurred calls for him to resign and an impeachment probe in the state legislature. Many top lawmakers reiterated those calls to step down in the hours after the report was released. The Attorney General said the report will be shared with state lawmakers, but would not comment on potential fallout for the governor. There is no criminal penalty specifically tied to the report, though the women can determine if they would like to take civil action against the governor, investigators said. One of the groping incidents in the report is already being investigated by police in Albany. They added, "The report speaks for itself, and right now I think we should all be focused on the courage and bravery of women who came forward," James said Tuesday. "We're going to allow the chips to fall where they may." Wow. Wow. Here's the report. Let me see if I can get a better link. Also, I just saw, okay, here's the report, if we want to read it. Oh, we can also watch Tish James. This is great. We're just catching up with a bunch of stuff. I think this is very important. What do you guys think? Okay, one second. What am I closing up here? Maybe I'll go off and fix the lights. One second. Oh, also, this is interesting and important. Hold on, and then I'll read the report, but wait, that's not it. Hold on. There was a Chris Cuomo tweet. There's a tweet about Chris Cuomo. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. I keep saying that. Did anyone see this? Hold on. Okay. Who is this guy, Evan Hill? I got to make sure he's legit. Okay, Visual Investigations, New York Times. I'm going to assume he is, as much as the New York Times is. Okay, hold on. All right, thank God my DMs aren't open. All right. Groping a sexual assault, no charges yet. AG found all 11 claimants credible. Tier justice system, indeed. Hold on. Let me just... I think what I'm going to do is... Okay, hold on. Guys, share this stream. It's really good and important. By the way, also the okay, groping and sexual assault. I showed that one. Thank you, Michael Jenka, for that donation, for that super chat. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I want to turn on the lights and get my audio better. So I'm going to play, let's see, Tish James's thing, and then maybe I'll go off camera while I do that. I think that's what I'll do. Let's watch Tish James, and then we can read stuff while I get ready. Okay. Can you hear that? No, because there's no audio.
James, I'm joined here today by Ann Clark and June Kim, the two lead attorneys who were designated as special deputies to the Attorney General's office to announce the findings of their investigation into allegations of sexual harassment made against Governor Andrew Cuomo.
All right. Let's see.
Get clear picture. Governor Cuomo sexually harassed current and former state employees in violation of both federal and state laws. The independent investigation found that Governor Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, many of whom were young
Can you
women,
guys still hear me? Tell me if you can hear
by
me.
engaging in unwanted groping, kisses, hugging, and by making inappropriate comments.
Can you hear me? Can someone write thumbs up if they can hear me? Yes. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna. All right, give me 1 second. I want to play this thing again. I know you guys are probably really triggered by this by now, but hold on. Oops. But I want to make sure not everyone's caught up, probably. Oh, that goes fine. Okay, just sit tight for a
I
second.
now understand that there are generational or cultural perspectives that, frankly, I hadn't fully appreciated. And I have learned from this. Now, the state already has an advanced sexual harassment training program for all employees, including me. But I want New York State government to be a model of office behavior. And I brought in an expert to design a new sexual harassment policy and procedures, and to train the whole team, myself included. I accept responsibility, and we are making changes. Other complaints relate to the work environment. Now, I have always said my office is a demanding place to work, and that it is not for everyone. We work really, really hard. My office is no typical 9-to-5 government office, and I don't want it to be. The stakes we deal with are very high, sometimes even life and death. We have to get the job done. I promised you that I would, and I will. But now, a number of complaints target female managers, which smacks to me of a double standard. First, when have you ever seen male managers maligned and villainized for working long hours or holding people accountable or for being tough? A strong male
Actually, we have
manager
done that. We have
is
seen that.
respected and rewarded.
I mean, there is a double standard,
But-
but that happens.
A strong female manager is ridiculed and stereotyped. It is a double standard. It is sexist.
So unrelated to this.
And it must be challenged. Also, remember where we are. Today, we are living in a superheated, if not toxic, political environment. That shouldn't be lost on
Toxicity,
anyone.
which must be reflected in my
Politics and bias are interwoven throughout every aspect of this situation. One would be naive to think otherwise, and New Yorkers are not naive. I understand these dynamics. My father used to say, God rest his soul, that politics is an ugly business. As usual, he was right. But for my father and for me, it's worth it. Because despite it all, at the end of the day, we get good things done for people. And that is what really matters. And for those who are using this moment to score political points or seek publicity or personal gain, I say they actually discredit the legitimate sexual harassment victims that the law was designed to protect. My last point is this. I say to my daughters all the time that as complicated as life gets is as simple as life is. My job is not about me. My job is about you. What matters to me at the end of the day is getting the most done I can for you. And that is what I do every day. And I will not be distracted from that job. We have a lot to do. We still have to manage the COVID beast. It is not dead yet. It's not over. We then have to reopen and reimagine our state because our future is going to be what we make it. I know we can do these things because I know the strength and the character of New Yorkers. Look at the progress we made on COVID. It is amazing. We went from the highest infection rate in the country to one of the lowest infection rates in the country. Nobody thought that we could do it, but New Yorkers did it. That shows that there's nothing that we can't do when we work together. Together as one.
All right, so I'm back. Let's see, can you see? Okay. Okay, whoops. Let me just make this. Let's see. All right, my camera's better. I still haven't fixed the audio. Put on some bronzer. Let's see. Oh, by the way, breaking news from Ava Farkas, who I had on the other day. Oh, wow. Let me see if she wants to come on. Hold on. All right, 1 second. Remember Ava Farkas. Everyone, please check out I clipped a shorter thing last night about how to not get evicted. No. Okay, I'll fix the echo in 1 second. StreamYard isn't very good at switching audio stuff. So hold on. Let me just try to give me a second to redo the freaking. Yes. Okay, we're going to get Ava in. Hold on. Is the echo happening now or just when I play videos? Hold on, guys. Look at this. This is so, I love it. I get a lot of adrenaline inviting people. No, different link. Hold on. All right. Now, if there's a bad echo, I will. But I don't get it because I tried to, I'm switching it to, hold on. Hold on. Let me try. Okay, I just switched to my mic to that. I switched this to that. Then I think I have to try to do it in my regular preferences. System preferences. I'm going to do sound will be the shore and then the shore. But now, do I hear anything is the question. I'm plugged in. Let me check. Let me play a video and see if I can hear it. Okay, there's something wrong. I can't hear it. Oh, wait. No, I still can't hear it. So that means, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what the deal is. Are you guys going to be able to sit through it? You can, right? Yes? I think you can. Guys, this is so weird. So I just went to turn on the monetization, and guess what? It's limited. I don't do this for the monetization, obviously, but that's interesting. God, YouTube is such a shit show. Hold on. Let me make sure Ava got the link. Ava's going to make an important announcement, and we can also help her with the social media. Remember we did that once? She's going to come in a few. I mean, I could like restart my laptop, but I just don't hear anything. Can you guys hear me? I should ask you that. Can you hear me? I did try a video. You can hear me, but I can't right now. Hold on. Let me open up a new thing. Yeah, I'm playing it and I'm not. I have too much headroom. God. All right, hold on. It shows that I'm in the shore and I just don't. Did I mute it? No. Are they not working in my headphones? Let me try it in my actual laptop, which is not ideal, but it can still work. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Hold on. I got to adjust the thingies once more. System preferences, external microphone, MacBook Pro microphone. I have headphones in. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. It'd be great if I could do my short. Do you guys hear me still? What the hell? Hold on. Oh, okay. Now I can okay, great. We're good. We're good. All right. Okay, great. I can hear you. You can hear me, right? Okay, great. These glasses are so weird. All right, but they're good. Okay. Let's see. We can start reading the report. Oh, no, this is what I want to talk about. Such a disgusting conflict of interest. So, guess who there's a conflict of interest with? Guess, guys. Hold on. Here, let's share this. Guess who the conflict of interest is with? Okay, ready? Anyone guess? Yep, Cuomo and CNN. Okay, so reading Evan Hill. CNN anchor and brother of Governor Chris Cuomo was part of the governor's team of advisors from within and outside the chamber who had ongoing and regular discussions about how to respond to the allegations publicly. So this is from the report. Expressions of contrition followed by denials and defiance. Additional allegations of sexual harassment against the governor surfaced in the spring of 2021, the governor's team of advisors from within and outside the chamber had ongoing and regular discussions about how to respond to the allegations publicly. The group included the governor, senior executive chamber staff, Ms. DeRosa, Mr. Atsopardi, Peter Ajemian, the governor's director of communications at the time, Ms. Mogul, and Ms. Garvey. It also included Ms. Lacewell, Jeffrey Pollack, Liz Smith, terrible. She worked for Buttigieg, Mr. Cohen, Mr. Vlasto, Mr. Bamberger, and Ms. Lever, as well as the governor's brother, Chris Cuomo. Mr. Pollack has a public affairs firm and the governor is one of his clients. Ms. Smith was self-employed as a political consultant. Mr. Cohen is a lawyer and was a self-employed consultant while serving on ESD's board of directors at the time. Mr. Vlasto and Mr. Bamberger worked at a public relations firm. Ms. Lever worked at a technology company. The chamber did not retain in any official or formal way any of those outside. Okay, so this appears to be a February 28 email from Chris Cuomo to his brother's advisory team, drafting a public response to allegations against the governor. So here's an email. Okay. Questions have been raised about some of my past interactions with people in the office. I spend most of my life at work, and colleagues are often also personal friends. I never intended to offend anyone or cause any harm. Sometimes I am playful and make jokes. You have seen me do it at briefings hundreds of times. My only desire is to add some levity and banter to what is a very serious business. I now understand that my interactions may have been insensitive or too personal, and that some of my comments, given my position, made others feel in ways I never intended. I'm sorry and feel deeply embarrassed about that. Separately, my office has heard anecdotally that some people have reached out to Ms. Bennett to express displeasure about her coming forward. My message to anyone doing that is you have misjudged what matters to me and my administration. You should stop now, period. Okay. So, and I guess the point of that is that it's very similar to what he just said, which seems relevant. And obviously, this guy should have recused himself. Sorry, I didn't make that full screen. Let's see. Okay. So guys, we already got a breaking news thing. We got a great guest in Ross Barkin. We're going to have another guest. It's almost too much. And let me see if I can get another one. Wouldn't that be crazy? How do you spell his name? Daily News. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. There's so many ways to spell this. Okay. Oh, Ava, tell me when you're ready. You're ready? All right. Your face is very close to the thing, just so you know. That's better. Are you wearing clothing? Are you? Are you wearing a tank top? I have to hold on. Hello, Ava.
Hi.
Hear you.
Let me wait. I could join from my computer.
Tank top. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me come back.
Okay. Talk.
Hi. I'm going to join from my computer, actually.
Hold on.
Should I rejoin from my computer?
Can you hear Ava? Hold on. Ava, thank you so much for coming on. It's short notice. Hold on. Ava, talk again.
Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, guys. I have to pick this to this again. So sorry if there's an echo. I don't know what the hell is going on.
You want me to rejoin from my computer?
I need to change the. Okay. Hello. Hello, Ava. I can hear now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound
Okay.
fine.
Great. Okay. So Ava from Met Council on Housing, we had her on Sunday night. Very important updates about eviction. Make sure you check out that show. It's really, really good. Ava is wearing clothes. I just wanted to make sure because skin color, but she is from a distance. Okay. So so tell us please why what this you're aware of this report, right?
Yeah.
You're a housing advocate, you're a housing rights advocate, you are the head of Met Council on Housing, which is the oldest New York City housing tenants rights organization. So what does this have to do with this report?
Well, I mean, I think Cuomo has been, a terrible governor for tenants in New York State. He's been, he's tried to stop or thwart any of the progressive legislation we've pushed for. We basically had to organize around him in the state Senate, get rid of the Independent Democratic Conference, which he really helped engineer in order to get like major legislation passed in 2019. So I think that this report is like part of just the corruption of his administration, the abuse of power, I think it's horrifying and it's awful, and I think there's like a culture of abuse and bullying and harassment that I think anyone who works in Albany is like fully aware of. I've heard stories, from people who've just had experiences at a lower level of, working for an assembly member or a senator. And so, I think just the connection is that like Cuomo, is ignoring like the needs of real New Yorkers and abusing his power. And we should all really be fed up with it and be demanding that he resign or that the legislature impeach him and that we get a governor who's actually going to represent the needs and interests of everyday people in our state. So in terms of the tenant movement and the housing movement, a really important issue right now is extending the eviction moratorium. On the show Sunday, we talked about how the federal moratorium just lapsed and the New York State eviction moratorium is going to expire at the end of August. And so tomorrow we're having an emergency rally at 11 a.m. outside of the governor's Midtown office at 633 3rd Avenue. And we're calling for an extension of the eviction moratorium and for Governor Cuomo to be evicted instead of tenants.
Okay, so that's great. So I'm going to make a little tweet about this. Have you guys tweeted about it yet?
Yeah, you should
Okay.
look at Housing Justice for All's Twitter.
Okay, so this is, you guys are working together?
Yeah, there's a whole statewide coalition, Housing Justice for All. We're the coalition that passed the major rent laws in 2019 and helped get the emergency rental assistance.
Got it. So I
program
see it
passed.
here. All right, I'm following them. Breaking after years of, no, that's not it. They got to update their pinned tweet, Ava. All right, here, I got it at 11 a.m., right? Okay. So here we go. I'm going to say learn. Okay. I'm just retweeting it.
And we also are releasing a petition today calling for the eviction moratorium to be extended another year until June of 2022.
Great.
So I can send you a link to that
Yes,
if that's
please do
not on
that.
the Twitter.
Yeah, let's do that. Now, we did once try to come up with some good tweets in real time, but I like that. Evict Cuomo, not tenants.
Yeah, I think
That's
that
really
is one
good.
of our hashtags.
That's good. Yeah. It's too bad Brad isn't here. I don't think he had a lot of really good ideas. So did this surprise? Oh, and here's a statement from Bill de Blasio. It is beyond clear that Andrew Cuomo is not fit to hold office and can no longer serve as governor. He must resign. And if he continues to resist and attack the investigators who did their jobs, he should be impeached immediately. So you got Ava Farkas at Met Council on Housing calling for his resignation and impeachment. Did you demand that yet or no?
Yeah, I mean,
time.
he should
Okay.
resign, but if he doesn't resign, our
Impeach.
legislators should impeach him.
So we got a coalition of the willing, from Ava Farkas at Met Council on Housing to Mayor Bill de Blasio. You guys don't see eye to eye on much, but in this case, you do. That's how bad Cuomo is. So you're going to have a rally at 11 a.m.?
Correct. 11 a.m. Tomorrow is Wednesday, August 4th at 633 3rd Avenue. That's at 40th and 3rd. It's like between 40th
What
and
is
41st.
it? At what?
633 3rd Avenue.
And this is at Cuomo's?
This is his Midtown office. It's an office building. We will rally out front. But yeah, I think it's really important that there be like a real like popular call for his resignation. I think there really wasn't really a groundswell when these allegations first came out, which I thought was really disappointing. And I think, is a factor of the like media not really scrutinizing Andrew Cuomo. He gets away with so much. And really people just look the other way and think that he's done a great job because he can like read a PowerPoint and hold press conferences. And
I know. And
meanwhile, he just is
putting bleach in people's
totally,
lungs.
He's so unaccountable and corrupt and out for himself and, a megalomaniac, and he's got to go. I think like if this isn't enough, I don't know what is, because he's been really abusing his power for the past like 3 terms in office, and we can't have him serve a 4th term. It's just yeah, it's ridiculous.
And were you surprised by this report?
No, I don't think so. I think he's, like the rumors that you hear from staffers are just that he threatens people and then he yells and he's a bully. So I know I'm not surprised that he doesn't behave in like a professional way. He uses this like old style, I think, of politics that was like acceptable before. Right. And so no, I'm not surprised that he's like not treating women as human beings and like equal colleagues. And yeah, I think he's terrible.
Yeah, terrible indeed. And it's so funny because Ava, do you have a couple minutes? I mean, people are going to kill me, but did you watch his video?
His response?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get to watch it yet.
You want to see some of the montage? Okay. All right, hold on.
This is how you wrote me in.
It is, right?
Staying longer.
And Ava, what is your I want to put on the screen. What's the Met Council on Housing's hotline?
Oh, 212. Whoa, he looks terrible. He's like gray.
Thank God. Yeah, I know, what's the expression?
212-979-0611.
0611. So 212-979-0611. That's the Met Council on Housing's
tenant rights
Met
hotline.
Council on Housing tenant rights hotline. I want to make sure that's there. Okay. Oh, look at that. Holly Horn is in there and she already knew it. Do you know Holly Horn?
No, but
thanks,
thousands
Holly.
of people call us, and so we're pretty well known for our hotline. We get calls from thousands of tenants every year asking us like any type of question they have about their rights or about problems with their landlord.
Yeah.
So call us. Any questions you have as a tenant.
Yeah.
Call our hotline.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to watch some of this, Cuomo. I'll bring you this
as
slideshow.
one community.
Where's the
and
slideshow?
I understand what they are saying. At the jail,
anyone has the time code
for all that I lost on any trying to make out about the four.
Where does it start?
What she could. Motives brought. I am even from a review. Not happens. Life.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Meant to convert front page.
Wait. That's his montage?
Yeah, this is his own montage. Yeah, I know. It looks like someone
kissing men.
Well, wait, yes, exactly.
So he's trying to show like he kisses a lot of people.
Yeah, he's an equal opportunity kisser. Yeah.
Raised against me questions that have sought to unfairly characterize and weaponize everyday interactions that I've had with any number of New Yorkers.
Great, he's harassed like thousands.
Published a front page picture of me touching a woman's face at a wedding and then kissing her on the cheek. That is not front page news.
Ava, you're, as a half Italian, I just want to warn you, he's going to try to weaponize your people's heritage. Ava's half Italian.
I've been making the same gesture in public all my life.
And you should stop.
I actually learned it from my mother and from my father.
Oh my God.
It is meant to convey warmth, nothing more. Indeed, there are hundreds, if not thousands,
his
of
mother
photos
was not
of me
governor.
using the exact same gesture. And I do it with everyone, black and white, young and old, straight.
Somebody really like this is like the iPhone. They like found every like photo that matched that gesture. Like,
ew. Oh, I know. I didn't even mean to pause it there.
Hilarious.
This is like the best. I know.
This is the best like argument like
against him.
His defense. This is like the most hilarious defense argument.
Yeah.
He's like, I rub noses regularly.
Yeah.
With people.
He should show himself doing that with like Epstein. Donald Trump.
Oh my God, this is great.
Yeah.
This is
Someone
great.
wrote, judging by the media willingness to chase the Cuomo story now, do you think some of this may come from the Kamala faction and is about making sure he's not entertaining any 2024 prez aspirations? I don't know. Good question. I like the way you think. Not sure. All right.
Oh my God. Keep going. This is
right.
amazing.
Well, people,
Charlie Rangel. Gore.
friends,
Bobby De Niro. Don't know who
strangers,
that is.
people who I
He's
meet on
like
the
threatening
street.
them in their ear. He's like,
After the event,
He's probably saying, I
the
will
woman
destroy
told
you.
the press
He
that
said
she
that to
took
Ron Kim.
offense
You know
at
that?
the gesture.
Assemblyman Ron
while
Kim.
he kissed
And
him.
for that,
No,
I
that was over the phone, so he
apologize.
couldn't.
Another woman stated that I kissed her on
His
the
voice is
forehead
so
at our
annoying,
Christmas
too.
party and that I said, "Ciao, Bella." Now, I don't remember doing it, but I'm sure that I did. I do kiss people on the forehead. I do kiss people on the cheek. I do kiss people
Sharpton.
on the hand.
Who's that?
I do embrace people. I do hug people, men and women.
Oh, that guy's really.
I do on occasion say, "Ciao, Bella." On occasion, I do slip and say, "Sweetheart, people." I
Sweetheart
do tell
people? He calls
jokes,
people sweethearts?
some better than
Yeah,
others.
wait. What does he say?
I am the
Wait,
same person
Sweetheart
in public.
people.
Hold on.
On occasion, I do slip and say, "Sweetheart, people."
Whoa, that's I think a mistake. What did he cut out? Sweetheart. What do you think the gross word they cut out is? Sweetheart Tits McGee or something? Sugar tits people?
I do tell jokes, some better than others.
Bad jokes.
I am the same person in public as I am in private.
Well, that's not good.
You have seen me do it on TV through all my briefings and for 40 years before that. I try to put people
She
at
groped
ease.
him.
I
What is
try to
that?
make them
Okay.
He's
smile.
like,
Hold
that's
on.
like
I
a
try to
nipple
connect
grope.
with them.
A what grope?
And I try
like
to
a
show my
nipple grope.
appreciation.
No, that's like I feel like he's doing a headlock. Hold on.
No, it's like a nipple. He's touching his nipple.
He is? Oh my God, you're right. He is, but it's like nipple and also like choking almost.
He's like, exactly what you see. This is what I do
to
in the
everyone.
bedroom.
Yeah.
I try to make them
Well.
smile. I try to connect with them. And I try to show my appreciation and my friendship. I now
I
understand
can't believe he's
that there are generational
consensually showing
or
those photos.
cultural perspectives that frankly I hadn't fully appreciated. And I have learned from this. Now, the state already has an advanced sexual harassment training program for all employees, including me. But I want New York State government to be a model of office behavior. And I've brought in an expert to design a new sexual harassment policy and procedures and to train the whole team, myself included. I accept responsibility, and we are making changes. Other complaints relate to the work environment.
Here's when he gets
Now,
feminist.
I have always said my office is a demanding place to work and that it is not for everyone. We work really, really hard. My office is no typical 9-to-5 government office, and I don't want it to be. The stakes we deal with are very high, sometimes even life and death. We have to get the job done. I promised you that I would, and I will. But now,
Great.
a number of complaints target female managers, which smacks to me of a double standard. First, when have you ever seen male managers maligned and villainized for working long hours or holding people accountable or for being tough? A strong male manager is respected and rewarded, but a strong female manager is ridiculed and stereotyped.
Wait, what is he talking about
It
with
is a
female
double
managers?
standard.
I guess there were
It is
complaints.
part of it.
sexist,
That's part of the
and it
report.
must be challenged.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Also,
know enough about that.
Remember where we are.
Oh, this is good.
Today, we are living in a superheated, if not toxic, political environment. That shouldn't be lost on anyone.
What does that mean?
Politics
That he's being like
and
framed by
bias
Republicans or something,
Oh, okay.
which is totally
interwoven
not
throughout every
true.
aspect of
Right,
this
and he used that as an
situation.
excuse to lie and cover
One
things
would
up.
be
Remember?
naive to think otherwise. And New Yorkers are not naive. I understand these dynamics. My
this is
father used
terrible.
to say, God rest his soul, that politics is an ugly business. As
'cause of
usual,
people
he
like
was
you.
right.
Yeah, seriously.
But for my father and for me, it's worth it. Because despite it all,
I'll get a bridge
at the end
named
of the
after me.
day, we get good things done for people.
Like what?
And that is what really matters. And for those who are using this moment to score political points or seek publicity or personal gain, I say they actually discredit the legitimate sexual harassment victims that the law was designed to protect.
That's such bullshit.
My last point is this. I say to my daughters all the time
He has daughters,
that as
Ava.
complicated
I
as
know.
life
He
gets
talks about them all the time.
is
All the
as
time, yeah.
simple as life is. My job is not about me. My job is about you. What matters to me at the end of the day is getting the most done I can for you. And that is what I do every day. And I will not be distracted from that job. We have a lot to do.
All right.
We
So
still
All
have
right,
to
I've heard
manage the
enough.
COVID.
yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
basically, and someone said this is a distraction from the evictions thing, but no, that's why Ava's here, because they're actually calling on they're doing a protest. They're calling on his resignation. Ava has joined forces with Bill de Blasio to call on, I mean, not really, but they're both people who are calling on his resignation. But Ava just told us about an action that's happening Wednesday at 11 a.m. Also, Ava gave us the number for Met Council on Housing, which let me put that in once more. Yeah, give that to me again.
212-979-0611.
611 Met Council.
Should I put the link for the petition?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I need to find it.
So guys, this is, we're living in a hellscape. And so we're going to try to be doing more and more things where we, offer some, not solutions, but like, it sounds, but tips. So make sure you check out the most recent stream I did. I added a bunch of, oh my God, this is so disgusting. Reverend sewed his lips up to demonstrate the terrible havoc Rupert Murdoch's actions have reaped upon the world. Oh, I mean, it's good, but wow. Hold on one second. I'm going to remove her for now, until she comes back. These are my blue light glasses. They're not Bono glasses, but, yeah, guys, I wonder if things are actually going to happen. I actually, I even have a playlist. I have a playlist, an Andrew Cuomo playlist. That's how bad he is. Okay, let me add Ava back. Okay, hey.
Okay, I just put the link in to the petition.
Where?
He also is just my.
Wait, where'd you put it in? In
I
YouTube?
put it in the chat.
Where is it? What time was it? Do you have the time code for it?
Like just now.
2:49.
Yeah.
What's your name on this? Oh no, you put it in the personal chat. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you put it in the public thing. Sorry. Okay, here, let me put it in the thing.
I don't even know how to see the public thing.
All right, hold on.
Not that advanced.
You don't see the comments?
Also, he's only focusing on refuting like one charge, like just that photo. The other stuff is that he like asked people out, he groped people,
Right.
like he's focusing on like one tiny
Yeah.
one of the allegations. I don't even know if that's one of the main ones in the report, like face holding, but
Face holding. Yeah.
like just it's absolutely preposterous that he did not know that behavior, he's such a feminist or claims to be, like
Right.
to not know that you can't ask employees out or touch them or make sexual innuendos is like, I don't know, ridiculous and like totally unacceptable.
All right. Well, I'm putting this in the, yeah, it is. So attend a protest outside of, okay, Cuomo's. All right. Yeah, this would be great if something good came of this.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta get going.
All right, get going. Save the world from eviction.
Okay, thanks for promoting the
Sure.
petition and the rally.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Okay.
on, Ava.
No
Bye.
problem. Okay, bye.
We should actually, I need to clip the video footage of where we went over Cuomo's ridiculous drawings. That's a good question. Will Biden call for Cuomo's resignation? I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Okay, where is it that I put it in? Hold on one second. What am I looking for right now? Oh, the rally, yeah. Okay, let's see, where did I do that? Okay, Wednesday. Dude, you have to put the address in. Where's the address, guys? All right, I need to teach these organizations how to do a better job at their social media. You can't just have a, but where's his address? Someone find that. Cuomo's Midtown office. It's 3rd Avenue. 633 3rd Avenue. Okay, one second. Okay. Okay. What did I say it was? 633 3rd Avenue. 633 3rd Avenue. 633 3rd Avenue. This is really disturbing. Anyway. Well, I think this has been a good stream. Wow, it's been almost 2 hours. I had no idea. Oh my God, I had no idea. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Of course, you can feel free to subscribe. I hope you do subscribe. And of course, please, you can support the Patreon at patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. Again, it's patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining. And yeah, maybe this is a real watershed moment. We'll see. Make sure you subscribe so you know about when the next shows are. Yeah. Thank you, Super Patriot. An absolutely fantastic stream. Yeah. All right. I will see you guys at least Thursday night at 7 p.m. with James Cromwell from 6 Feet Under, and That'll Do Pig. He's a major climate activist, as well as other guests. Very excited about that. And that will be, again, that's Thursday at 7 p.m. right here. And it's with James Cromwell, Alexandria Villasenor, and Pramila Malik. Okay, be good, be kind. See you later.